Hello everyone and welcome into the Australian Women's Ice Hockey League. We are into round 3 of the competition for the 2025-26 season, and we are here today at Cockburn Ice Arena for this clash between the Perth Inferno and the Sydney Sirens. I am Andrew McDougall. We are Thought Fox Media Group, and we're getting set for a big 3 periods and potentially more between these two teams. With the Perth Inferno, after 4 games, they sit second on the AWIHL standings with a 2-1 and 0-1 record, and the Sydney Sirens, who are on your screen right now, had a week off in round 2 after a big round 1 performance down in Melbourne against the newest kids on the block, the Melbourne Ducks. They picked up back-to-back wins down in Melbourne, not giving up a goal across those 2 games either. Both goaltenders for the Sydney Sirens absolutely outstanding in between the pipes, and the Sydney Sirens, they'll be fresh off a rest week in round 2 and heading across the country as they await their fresh redeveloped ice rink at Macquarie to get fitted out and finished before they return home for their first home games of the season. So the Sydney Sirens will be looking to keep that winning feeling going this weekend here at Cockburn against the Perth Inferno. The Sirens, they currently sit heading into this weekend 3rd on the standings after 2 games and those 2 wins. So a good start for the Sirens, who missed out on the finals last season. They'll be looking to get back into that finals picture. And Sarah Eddy for the Sydney Sirens are absolutely massive in that opening weekend, picking up 8 points and 6 goals for Sarah Eddy, the absolute star for the Sirens. And for the Perth Inferno, well, they've split both weekends in the Australian Women's Ice Hockey League. Across round 1 and round 2, they played against the Brisbane Lightning in round 1 up in Brisbane. They returned home last weekend against the Melbourne Ice, and it was Sarah Salmons who was absolutely outstanding once again. It's something that we've come to expect from Sarah Salmons and the Perth Inferno over the past few seasons. Sarah Salmons heading into this weekend, 4 games played, 5 goals, 2 assists, 7 points, has been the absolute standout for the Perth Inferno. And Olivia Del Basso, coming into this season, was going to be a big player for the Perth Inferno. If Olivia Del Basso played a full season in the Australian Women's Ice Hockey League, always able to put up points and score goals and score big goals in big moments to the Perth Inferno. Has got 4 goals from 4 games played this season, so going at a goal a game, and that's massive for the Perth Inferno. And Sasha King in goals has been the mainstay for the Perth Inferno, and it looks like much of the same this season as well. Heading into this weekend after the 4 games, 2 wins, 1 loss, 1 overtime loss for Sasha King. A goals against average of 2.99 and a save percentage of .874. Picked up a shutout last season, Sasha King, so we know how good Sasha King can be in the Australian Women's Ice Hockey League. And the Perth Inferno, they do rely heavily on their number 1 goaltender, and why not when you've got that sort of talent in between the pipes. Grace Garbutt as well for the Perth Inferno has been impressive, the import, since coming across from the UK. 2 goals, 2 assists and 4 points for Grace Garbutt as well, so look very, very good. And one of the big transfers in the off-season was Aspen Cooper coming across from the Adelaide Rush, the defender, and looks to slot in quite comfortably on the Perth Inferno blue line so far this season. So we've got a big game tonight between these 2 teams, and it looks like another great crowd at Cockburn Ice Arena. And we'll have a look at the standings now, as we did touch on briefly. And the Melbourne Ice, they sit in first place, and now they played 5 games. They had the win today down at home ice, their home opener this season against the Brisbane Lightning. They sit on 12 points. The Perth Inferno, as we said, after 4 games played, sit in second. The Sydney Sirens in 3rd place on 6 points, so not much separating these 2 teams. Adelaide Rush sitting in 4th on 5 points from 4 games played. The Brisbane Lightning played 3 games and a total of 2 points after dropping that one today. And as we flip the page, the Melbourne Ducks played 4 games, have 1 point and sit at the bottom of the standings, but are improving, the expansion team. And it's going to be a learning season, I think, for the Melbourne Ducks, but they are getting the improvement each and every single weekend. So that is the standings in the Australian Women's Ice Hockey League, as we get set for these 2 teams to do battle. The puck drop not far away as they go through their warm-ups. And as I did mention, another good crowd here in a Cockburn and Ice Arena. The Perth Inferno, they do get heavy support from the local home crowd, and it's great to see everybody in the building once again. And we do thank you for joining us here at AWIHL TV on YouTube, wherever you're watching across Australia and across the world. These streams do go out globally, and we get a lot of people from all around the world tuning in, which is absolutely wonderful. As we'll just pause now here for the pre-game formalities. The national anthem has been sung and we are set for puck drop here at Cockburn Ice Arena. As we have a ceremonial puck drop between the two captains here. As Catherine Bailey will just go and retrieve the puck. Catherine Bailey, the captain of the Perth Inferno, and Sarah Edney, the captain of the Sydney Sirens. With AWIHL Commissioner Michaela Fellows dropping the puck. And we are ready for the opening face-off here between the Sydney Sirens and the Perth Inferno. And one of the big interesting things that I've seen from the Perth Inferno over the first opening two rounds is the aggressiveness that the Perth Inferno have when they are on the penalty killer. Something to keep an eye on them. We have seen them score short-handed goals, and especially Sarah Salmons, the points leader and the goals leader for the Perth Inferno, is definitely someone to keep an eye on in terms of penalty kills and short-handed, always looking to get forward and attack, even with a player down. Samantha Payne as well for the Sydney Sirens has started off fantastically this season. 2 goals, 4 assists and 6 points for the Sydney Sirens from the 2 games. And Kelsey Lang was someone that I pointed out pre-season as we headed into the season as someone that could play a very important role for the Sydney Sirens this season on the blue line, and has got 6 assists to start this season. And if they can get some goals, Lang scored 6 goals last season. If they can get near 10 goals this season from Kelsey Lang on the blue line for the Sirens, that could go a long way. The officials for tonight, referees Owen Coral, linesperson Sean Evans and Adam Bridges. We get set for the opening face-off. Off the draw, the Sirens win it, but the Perth Inferno, they do look together, and now they do on the blue line. Cooper, it's a little backhand pass. Garbutt's trying to collect it for the Inferno, does so now and attacks the zone, takes the blue line, dangles her way in, now shoots on goal. Big blocker stop there. Lakari in net for the Sydney Sirens. Perth Inferno, they're able to keep it in the Siren zone and dump it in. That was Cooper, now in behind the net. The Sirens able to gather and collect. And they just chip it through the neutral zone. The Inferno, they break up that play on the blue line. They get it forward. Brunt, this goes back to the defender. They go D to D. And they just chip it along the boards. The Inferno doing well on that blue line once again. And they gather the puck, just dangling their way in, getting a shot on goal. And that just gloved aside by Lakari. Now the Sirens going back the other way. He's near corner. Thornton now just flashes one across the crease and a backhand shot on goal as King was stretched and stranded. Couldn't get it on target. So an early chance there for the Sirens. The Inferno, they just tried to lift it up and out, but it's cut off at the neutral zone. Now the Inferno. Just trying to play it down that right wing. They can't, not enough numbers there. The Sirens now. Getting into the Inferno zone. Not able to control it though. Inferno now able to play clear. They just dump it in and wrap it around the board. They look to pick up the puck in that far corner. Gabby Arps is there for the Sirens. The puck does come out now, and the Sirens look to go forward. They exit the zone through the neutral zone now. They just chip it forward. That was McOney right on net. And King will get down and cover it up. We have a face-off to the left of King. The Sirens with the best early chance. Just flashing one across the blue paint. And then an opportunity on the backhand. Couldn't convert. Off the face-off, the Sirens, they just get a slap shot from the blue line. That was Lang. King sees that one away. Now over in that far corner. They just backhand it in behind the net. Trying to get something going here. The Inferno, they do down this left wing. Take the red line, now the blue line. It was Garbutt. Tries a big slap shot. That is blocked. Picks it up though, Garbutt. Spins and turns and tries to get a shot on goal. Backhand shot. Lakari gets across with the pad. Might have got a little bit on that. Now in behind the net is Lang. Still has it. Skating clear. Now a little backhand pass. That right wing, it was York. They just chip it in and they try and chase after it. The Inferno though. Bailey. It's only as far as Edney though, at centre ice. Edney now just skates through, takes the zone and fires a wrist shot towards King. And King's able to hold on as it hits right in the logo. As you see here, Sarah Edney just picking up at centre ice. Just able to skate through, get into the zone and a little wrist shot in the left circle. King's able to see that all the way. Off the face-off, Arps now just dumps it in. Thompson just feeds it in front again. Looking to get a stick on it. And it has gone in. Couldn't quite see it from our vantage point. It looked like King had saved it. The puck has gone in. And the Sydney Sirens, they get the first goal. Just feeding it back in front. Shelby Thompson. That's twice now we've seen Thompson just feed it in front into the blue paint. And the Sirens are able to put one away and they lead 1-0. Now the Inferno just trying to trap it in there with Scala. The Sirens though. Arps just chips it up and off the boards. They get it out of the zone. Clark Crumpton now. Arps just dumps it in. Payne will go and chase after it for the Sirens. Cooper has it for the Inferno. Just feeds it along the boards. Thompson's there for the Sirens. Has it now. Dumps it in behind the net. Gets held up at the end boards. Battling away. The Koviak's there for the Inferno. The Inferno finally get it out for a moment. The Sirens, they do keep it in. Thompson now. Lang just fires a slap shot that goes wide. They feed it in front into the slot. And the Inferno just trying to chip it out, but they can't. It's kept in at the blue line. Lang just spinning and turning, trying to gain control. Sirens, they keep it in for a moment now. The Inferno. Malcolm just holds up near the red line, waiting for teammates to come in and help. Olivia Del Basso's there. Del Basso has it now. They just feed it back to the D. Spinning and turning. Inferno just having trouble to getting it out of their own zone. Good pressure here from the Sirens in this near corner. McClellan now. It's Georgia McClellan just spinning and turning. Held up down near the end boards now. The Sirens have it. They feed it back in front, but that's cut off. They'll keep it in there though. Lang just dumps it back in towards the slot. The Sirens still have it. Now the Inferno able to break clear. Reader gets a shot on goal and Lakari just paddles that one. And it goes up and out and into the netting. So a good stretch there for the Sirens. We see here the Inferno finally able to get it out. And it's Sophie Reader taking the blue line. Shoots towards goal and Lakari is just able to push that aside. Off the face off the Sirens now. They just chip it in behind the net along the boards. Trying to exit the zone. The Inferno though, they do well to keep it in the zone. They get a shot on towards Lakari who pushes it aside. Now the Sirens, they chip it out. They relieve some pressure. They'll go in on the forecheck now. They do. Lucy York pushes it into the slot, but that's cut off by the Inferno. Catherine Bailey now, the captain, will go forward with speed. Takes a blue line, fires a wrist shot. Lakari gets up to glove that one and goes in behind. Nice shot there from Bailey. Still going there, Bailey on the forecheck. The big defenders jumped up into this rush, to this play. In behind the net now. Still has it, Bailey. Just held up down near the end boards there. Doing a great job. Del Basso now at the blue line. Keeps it in. Tries to chip it back in. Magnuson's there for the Inferno. Now the Sirens finally able to gather and control. Neutral zone battle now. Magnuson feeds it back over to that right wing. Inferno now, they try to play across ice, looking for a teammate. Pekoviak now, in on goal, a backhand shot towards Lakari. And we have a penalty on the plate. First penalty of the game. Looks like Chloe Mayo is going to the box. So the Perth Inferno now, they find themselves down a goal. And up on the power play now, looking to get one back. They keep it in the zone, they can't. Good job on the blue line now. Having that far corner, spinning and turning to Salmons. And backhands it up to the blue line. Georgia McClellan now, looking for a lane. Feeds it back to Salmons, just into the skates. Salmons now tries a little backhand pass, and Edney gets in there with the stick. Able to push that one out to the neutral zone. Georgia McClellan now, regroup. Plays it out to that right wing. Inferno just chipping in behind, looking for Scala to get onto it. Garbutt's here as well. Gives it back to Scala. Garbutt now picks up the puck and tries to shoot towards goal. That's blocked. Still battling away now. And the Sirens finally able to relieve the pressure all the way down the other end of the ice. Aspen Cooper collects for the Inferno, just loses the handle on it. Able to find a teammate coming off the bench. Molly Lakoviak just controlling it, protecting the puck, feeds it back in front to the blue paint, goes off some skates. Garbutt is in front and the Inferno, they score. The Inferno equalise. Molly Lakoviak off the bench, getting the puck, entering the zone, doing a great job to protect the puck. As we see here, it goes out wide and just uses the body to protect the puck, feeds it back in front. And Garbutt was getting busy in front of Lakari. He might have bounced off some skates. And the Perth Inferno, they level it up at 1 each. Scarlett stumps it in behind as Salmons able to track it. It's got 2 Sirens for company. Now it's over in that far corner. Scarlett grabs and turns and tries to control it. Dumps it in behind the net. Now the Inferno, they get in front, they score! Clark Crumpton just had time and space. Was able to control it. And the Perth Inferno have scored 2 quick ones. And they take a 2-1 lead. You can see here, Scala just feeds it down low. Clark Crumpton with time and space, able to work her way up to the blue paint. Finds a way past Akari. With 12:10 remaining in the first period, the Perth Inferno have returned fire and they're taking a 1-goal lead. The Sirens just caught offside there. They'll be looking to get things back on level terms. After a strong start from the Sirens, the Perth Inferno have scored 2 quick ones. In the space of 22 seconds, the Inferno have scored 2 goals. And they go on the attack again. They get a shot towards Clary. It gets down low and makes a great save. Isla Malcolm was battling. Entered the zone in the high slot. You see here, Sirens all around her. Able to get a shot away. A little wrist shot. Off the face off. Inferno looking for a lane to shoot. Puck is just bouncing around. They do get a shot on goal. And the Inferno now starting to turn the screws. They're behind the net now. The Sirens. You see that Sirens goal there. They feed it in front, the Inferno. It's well chopped off there by the Sirens. There's a foot race now and Cooper turns and spins and plays that one up and out of play. It's a hit Alicia Kelly on the bench, so we've been told. Off the face off. Sirens win up to the blue line, a slap shot towards goal. Puck is bouncing around. King was stretching. The Sirens now, they able to intercept at the blue line, a wrist shot towards goal. King gets down low and just pads that one away. The Sirens now trying to keep it in the Inferno zone. The Inferno get it out now down this right wing. They take the blue line. They look for a lane to shoot. They get a shot towards goal now. Salmons just backhands that one, looking for Scarlett to get onto it. Edney now for the Sirens. Has the puck, just lifts it up and into the neutral zone. That's cut off. Sam Payne now, the goal scorer, shoots towards King, who gets the blocker out and saves that one. Payne now on the forecheck does well. Wins the puck back for the Sirens. Gatorsson now feeds it back into the slot and Edney gets a shot away and King makes a save. A couple of good chances there for the Sirens. Edney now from the blue line, a wrist shot towards King, who gloves that one and thought about holding on but plays the puck. Lang just chips that one across ice. Inferno, Reader, spinning and turning in that far corner, gets held up. The Sirens feed it towards the slot as McGoney. Abby Webb is trying to control it. Reader Still can't chip it out. The Sirens do well. They keep it in the zone. They get it shot towards King. Goes wide. Georgia McClellan now. King gets down low, and the Sirens have scored. The Sirens here. Catherine McOney in behind the net is able to dispossess Georgia McClellan and get a shot on goal, and King unable to track it. Almost a carbon copy of the first goal from Sam Payne. And the Sydney Sirens have levelled this up at 2 each. A couple of really good shifts from the Sirens, and they're able to level this game. As we have an icing against the Inferno. So goals galore in this first period. And the two Sirens goals, really something from nothing. Great job on the forecheck though. Catherine McOney is working hard to get the puck off Georgia McClellan. Get a shot on goal. The Sirens, they win that face-off. The Inferno able to chip it out. Mackenzie now for the Inferno. Feeds it back up to Garbutt. Garbutt is pressured by the Sirens. They feed it back up to the blue line. Cooper now. A wrist shot on goal. Good block in front. That was by Brunt for the Sirens. Off the shins. Brunt now collects the puck in behind the net. It gets fed back in front. There's no one there for the Inferno. They do keep it in the zone now. Garbutt does well. But Ebony Brunt for the Sirens able to chip it on the boards. We have a whistle. New mark, Del Basso. Del Basso wins the face-off. Bailey. Trying to find Magnuson. In that far corner. Just getting pressured now. Plenty of bodies down there battling at the end boards, just trying to dig that puck out. Puck is not going anywhere. Now finally Inferno, Del Basso able to swing around now and get a shot. Just flashes that one across the blue paint. Can the Inferno keep it in the zone? The Sirens now able to gain control and they chip it out. They'll chase after it. Inferno now. Newmark does well in the neutral zone. Good stick check. Now cutting back in, gets a shot towards King. And King holds on. Terrific work from Stephanie Newmark in the neutral zone for the Sydney Sirens. The shot is right at the logo and King's able to hold on. Shot count is 10-all. Face off to the right of King. The Sirens able to get a shot away off the face off, but it goes wide. The Inferno now able to get into the Siren zone. It's putting the brakes on. And the Sirens through the neutral zone. It gets dispossessed. That was Bellamar. Edney now with a big slap shot and goes top corner and beats King. Sarah Edney rips a slap shot, enters the zone. And the Sirens captain has given them a 3-2 lead. Absolute bullet from Sarah Edney. You see Bellamar here trying to win the neutral zone. Edney does, gets the puck, takes the blue line and absolutely rips one. Glove side, top shelf. Sarah Edney. It's goal number 7 this season for the captain. And the Sirens regain the lead. Inferno chip it deep. Sirens trying to wrap it around the boards and exit the zone. They do. Now down this right wing. McOney now in on goal. Gets a shot on. King gets down and makes a save. It was Del Basso getting back with the back check. You see here McOney Del Basso skating hard, able to just put enough pressure on to disrupt the shot. Great defensive work there from Del Basso. Off the face-off, Cooper takes the puck for the Inferno. In behind the net, skates with it, still has it, chips it forward. The Inferno looking to go down that right wing. Now Cooper gains it centre ice, takes a blue line, gets a wrist shot towards goal. Bouncing puck. The Sirens are able to deal with it. They get another shot on goal. That's pushed aside. Now the Sirens through centre ice. With speed. They get a shot on King. Straight into the logo again. And King's able to hold on to that one. End-to-end stuff here. As you see here, just breaking clear through the neutral zone. Get a shot from that left circle. It was Ava Caruso. With a face-off to the right of King. Edney and Salmons. Salmons wins it for the Inferno. Goes in behind the net. Bailey, little backhand pass, and the Inferno now, they're able to exit the zone. Salmons just chips it out to that right wing, looking for Clark Crumpton. And the Inferno just called for the offside. I think Scala might have just jumped in there a little bit too soon on this near side. The Inferno win that draw. They just chip it forward. The Sirens, they do well. Making the Inferno retreat. Now Bailey just spinning, turning on the blue line. Scala is trying to control it. Still has it. Drops it back to Salmons. Salmons chips it around the boards, and Scala trying to chase after that one. Arps gets there for the Sirens. Now the Sirens able to exit. Edney just plays it up that left wing to Thompson now with speed on goal and scores! Shelby Thompson for the Sydney Sirens. A great feed from Sarah Edney with speed. See on the replay, Edney feeds it through the neutral zone. Thompson down the left wing with speed, cuts back in front, goes forehand, glove side, beats King. And the Sirens, they get another one. They take a 4-2 lead. Thompson getting rewarded, has been absolutely outstanding so far in this one for the Sirens. Has a goal now to go to with the assist on the Samantha Payne goal that opened up the proceedings here. The Inferno now, Reader. Loses the puck. McOney now at the blue line, just plays it across ice, looking for Newmark. Newmark has it at the right circle, shoots towards goal. King pushes that aside. The Inferno now. It's down in the corner. The puck comes out of the blue line and the Sirens just retreat. They go back into the zone. They hold on to it. They feed it back up to the blue line. Reader's there to pressure for the Inferno. Does a good job. It chips it out to neutral zone now. An odd player rush here for the Inferno. The Inferno, they get a shot on goal. The puck is loose. But able to hold on. As Lily McClellan jumped up into the rush here. As we see here, 2-on-1. Decided to go alone. Got a shot on goal. The Inferno, there's a scramble. They do win it though. Cooper at the blue line. The puck just went past. And now a slap shot on goal. The puck is loose. It's in beside the goal. Garbutt tries to feed it back in front. Diving on top of it was Lakari. Not taking any chances. We see the puck here just beside the goal. It's just sitting there, and Garbutt tried to feed it back in front. Sirens now, they can't exit the zone. It's kept in at the blue line. We have a tripping call. Malilikovia draws a penalty for the Perth Inferno. With 4:23 remaining in the first period. It's a big chance now for the Perth Inferno to try and get one back. Inferno, they keep it in the zone. Bodies all around the puck here in front of the goaltender. Inferno able to track that one down and keep control of it now. Little backhand pass, finds Del Basso, goes across ice. Clark Crumpton feeds it back up to Georgia McClellan. Over to Del Basso. Del Basso with the one-timer. And bodies in front, deflects into the corner. The Sirens, though, they do well. Gatormson gets it out of the zone. Still working away, Gatormson. Just backhand up. Del Basso, though, controls it. Inferno. Scarlett is trying to control the puck. Gets held up on the blue line. Inferno have to retreat. 1 minute remaining on the power play. Salmons now. Little backhand pass to that far side. Feed it back into the slot. Scarlett now shoots on goal. Good pass save from Lakari. Goes in behind the net. Comes back out in front. And Clark Crumpton gets one on the power play for the Inferno. That's the second goal of the game for Clark Crumpton. And a big one for the Perth Inferno. The first shot from Scala. Good save. In behind the net, fed back in front. And Clark Crumpton puts it away. Almost exact same spot as the earlier goal from Clark Crumpton. Sirens lead this 4-3 and a big goal for the Inferno. Cooper now for the Inferno. Tracks that one in behind the net. Spins and holds onto it. Mayer does well. Brunt now. A shot. Goes high and wide. Garber in behind the net. They can't control it though. The Inferno, the Sirens, they get a shot towards goal, but there's bodies there. The Inferno trying to get it out into the neutral zone. They do now. And now going forward was McKenzie. McKenzie though, still with the opportunity to keep it in the zone and does. Waiting for some teammates to come in and help. Just loses an edge, McKenzie. Now the Sirens. They'll go forward. Taking the red line, now the blue line. Trying to get a wrist shot towards King. It goes up and high. Sirens, they do a good job. They keep it in at the blue line. The Inferno just stuck there in the slot. Now they're able to get it out now. They go down that right wing. Terrific stick work there from the Sirens. Now the Sirens are in. That was Stephanie Newmark. She's doing a good job on the back check. On the forecheck, sorry. Terrific work there. Georgia McClellan just holding onto the puck. That's exactly how Catherine McOney scored her goal. Georgia McClellan just holding onto the puck for a little bit too long and losing the puck, and we've seen that with Newmark there as well. A face off to the left of King. The Inferno win that one. In behind the net, just getting held up Sirens doing a good job. Still digging away at it. The puck finally comes out. It's the Inferno that have it. Just held up with Salmons. Feeds it back into the neutral zone. There's no one there. Into the centre ice. Payne goes forward. The Sirens, they do keep it in the zone. Edney, good hands. Edney gets a shot on goal. King saves that one. The rebound comes out. The Inferno now. They still can't exit the zone. Clark Crumpton feeds it to Salmons. Salmons now takes the blue line, just holds up and cuts back, looking to find Clark Crumpton. The Sirens do well. They just slapshot that in, the Inferno. They make a change. It gives the Sirens time now. They go across ice to that left wing. Just holding up the blue line, chipping in, looking for Arps. Couldn't get onto the end of that one. Lakoviak now, just chipping it and chasing it. Now feeding it back into the slot. A shot on goal. Lakar is down. Makes a big save. Garbett at the blue line now. Trying to get a wrist shot towards goal. The Sirens do well to block that one. Garbett, though, takes it off Brunt. Tries to feed it back in. They get it into the Siren zone, but there's plenty of numbers. Herrick now just wraps it around the boards. Couldn't exit. Sirens, they do a good job again. Taking the puck away. Looking to go forward. And that'll do it. 7 goals in the first period between the Sydney Sirens and the Perth Inferno. It was the Sirens that started it with Samantha Payne, and then the Inferno, in the space of 22 seconds, Garbett and Clark Crumpton, they took the lead, but the Sirens with 3 unanswered. And then Clark Crumpton with a power play goal with 3:11 remaining in the period. Edged one back for the Perth Inferno, but it's the Sydney Sirens after an end-to-end and entertaining first period. Plenty of goals. It's the Sydney Sirens leading this one 4-3. We'll have a short intermission and we'll return for a big second period. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Cockburn Ice Arena here for the Australian Women's Ice Hockey League clash between the Perth Inferno and the Sydney Sirens. As we have a look at the head-to-heads following the first period play. As we see the Sydney Sirens, they do lead this one 4-3. The Perth Inferno are leading the shot count 17-14. And Sasha King in goal with a 714 save percentage, and Ella Lakari with an 824 in goal for the Sydney Sirens. The two penalties are going to the Sirens. And the Perth Inferno are 2 for 2 on the power play. And they finally got the monkey off their back in terms of the power play, as they entered this weekend 0 for 17 to start the season on the power play. So they finally able to break through on the power play here today. And it was for the Sydney Sirens, Samantha Payne starting proceedings here, giving the Sirens an early lead. And then it was back-to-back goals in 22 seconds. Grace Garbutt on the power play for the Inferno. Michelle Clark-Crumpton scoring as well, as the Perth Inferno took a 2-1 lead, and then the Sirens battled back. Catherine McOney, Sarah Edney ripping a bullet of a slap shot from near the blue line, going top shelf, and then Shelby Gatormson has been absolutely outstanding in this game for the Sirens, getting the third goal in succession for the Sirens, and then Clark Crumpton got one back for the Inferno, which leaves us at where we are now to start the second period. The Sydney Sirens leading this one 4-3. So plenty of goals in that first period. What will the second period have in store? More of the same? Or will both teams try and settle this down and keep things tighter? Off the face-off, the Inferno. They do win the draw. Go back to their blue line now. They feed it up through the neutral zone. They just chip it in to the corner, trying to chase after it. The Sirens, though, they get there, just battling down the end boards. It's fed back in front, spinning and turning was Garbutt, and digging away at it as the puck came out. Lakari got down and covered up. You see the Sirens here battling away, and the puck does come out, and Garbutt finds it, spins and shoots on the forehand. Face off to the left of Lakari. The Sirens, they win it. They can't get out of the zone. Inferno try and go D to D. It's still in. Now, the Sirens now. Brunt entering the zone. And it looks like we have an early penalty here, as Brunt with speed drew the tripping call. And Lily McClellan will go to the box for the Inferno, and the Sydney Sirens, they'll get a big early opportunity here on the power play. Ebony Brunt just worrying out the Inferno with the speed, just attacking the zone. Salmons and Edney now will battle to the right of King. Off the draw, Georgia McClellan is trying to trap that one. The puck gets fed back in front. Now Lang just backs up to the blue line. Back to Lang, tries a slap shot, breaks a stick, comes out to Edney, who shoots from the left circle, bounces back to Edney. Edney now just dumps it in, bounces off the broken stick. Newmark is trying to get it. Edney tried to keep it in. The Inferno, they just dump it now. Lakari comes out and plays it behind the net. Arps finds Newmark at the blue line, spins and turns and controls it. Does well, Newmark. Just holds up, feeds it back up to Edney at the blue line. Edney with a wrist shot towards goal, a redirect. McOney in front, getting the stick on it. They went wide. Edney now. Sirens in that far corner. Feed it in front. Beats everyone. Bounces weirdly off the glass. Thompson now just controlling it, backing up to the blue line. Finds Edney. Edney just goes across ice. They get a shot on goal. It's in the blue paint. Newmark's there. King gets down and saves. See here, great pass and vision from Edney. It's going across ice to the far side. It was Arps streaking in. Big chance there and a big save from King. 41 seconds remaining on the Lily McClellan penalty. So Sirens just retrieve that broken stick. Off the face-off, the Sirens control it. Herink plays it down low. York's there for the Sirens. Controls it and then backhands it in behind the net. Brunt feeds it back up to Lang at the blue line. Lang just pulls the brakes on. Finds Herink now, looking for a lane, feeds it in towards Payne. Payne now just trying to control it. Backhand shot towards King. Can't control it. Bounces off the pad, goes in behind the net now. York will chase after it. Time winding down on the McClellan penalty. They feed it back up to the blue line. Herink keeps it in, but only momentarily now. The Inferno. McKenzie was trying to control that. The puck gets dumped back in the Inferno zone. The captain, Catherine Bailey, chips it along the boards. Couldn't find a teammate. Now the Inferno finally down this left-hand side. They go forward, able to control it. In behind the net, Garber gets held up. Inferno do well, gets it back to Garber. Garber now looking defeated in front. Bounces up and past everyone. Cooper plays it off the boards. And they just backhand it in. Clark Crumpton now. Can't control it. Scarlett in there to help as well. Clark Crumpton. Puck comes back out to Cooper at the blue line. A big slap shot on goal. Bodies in front. They get another shot. It was Scarlett. Couple of big opportunities. Now, the Sirens. Gatormson now with speed. Takes the zone. He's got Edney for support. Feeds it across towards Edney. Gets a big shot on goal. And King with a massive save. Stretching out. Now back the other way. Salmons now takes the blue line. Salmons still has it. Just plays it back to Lakoviak at the blue line. Gets a shot towards goal. Bounces off some legs. We've got a delayed penalty. Scala now. Dumps it in. The far corner. Back up to the blue line. A wrist shot towards goal. And they score! Aspen Cooper! From the blue line, traffic in front. And the Perth Inferno, you can see what that one means. First goal in Inferno colours. As we see on the replay, just a wrist shot, bodies in front. It beats everyone. And the Perth Inferno, they get the first of the second period, and we are tied at 4-4. First goal for Aspen Cooper in the purple of the Perth Inferno. The transferring from the Adelaide Rush. Now the Sirens looking to reply. Reader for the Inferno. Malcolm just tries to get a wrist shot towards goal. And then has to just wrap it around the boards. In behind the net. Puck is loose. Inferno able to keep it in. The Sirens do well now. They're able to break out. Potential 2-on-1 here. Great defensive work though. Newmark keeps it in the zone for the Sirens. Goes in behind the net now. Gets held up. Was looking to feed it in front. Falls down now, Newmark. And we have a whistle. So Sirens penalty. Stephanie Newmark called for holding in that battle behind the net. So the Perth Inferno now on the power plate. Feed it back up to the blue line. Georgia McClellan now just holds it. Looking for a lane. A slap shot towards goal. There's a redirect off a stick. Lakari saves. Bounces in behind the net. The Sirens now just chip it up and out. Inferno now. Georgia McClellan skates into the zone. Terrific defensive work from the Sirens. They can't get it out though. The Salmons now in that far corner. He's cutting back, looking for a lane. Drops it off. They get a shot towards Akari, who gets down low and saves. That was Scala. See here, Salmons wanting to cut back in. Couldn't find that lane. Just feeds it off to Scala. A little wrist shot. Lakari's able to save. Off the face off. Bailey. Garbutt now spins and shoots. Bailey now. Inferno captain at the blue line. Feeds it across to Cooper. Big slap shot. Goes wide. Inferno still have it. Bailey now. A wrist shot towards goal. And Lakari sees that all the way and holds on. Couple of big chances here. From up near the blue line. See Bailey. It's a wrist shot. Lakari's able to see that one. Off the face-off, the puck now. Sirens able to just chip it out, but Cooper's there at centre ice, able to bat it down and go forward now. Cooper, the defender, just circles in behind the net. Feeds it back up to Bailey at the blue line, just walks it, goes across to the other side. Back to Bailey now. Bailey, a shot towards goal! And Lakari makes a terrific glove save. See here, Bailey just gets the puck back and some power behind that one. A little wrist shot and Lakari just flashing the leather. Terrific save. Off the face-off, Scala now in behind the net. Still has it. Feeds it back up to Georgia McClellan, who fires a slap shot. Edney gets in front of that one. The puck now goes all the way down the other end. 26 seconds remaining on the Newmark penalty. Del Basso goes all the way in behind the net. Holds onto the puck now. It's pressured by Edney. Edney does well to script Del Basso, and Brunt with the backhand out to the neutral zone relieves the pressure as the time winds down on the penalty now. The Stephanie Newmark penalty is over. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Scala now through centre ice. Takes a blue line. A big slap shot towards Lakari, who reaches out again and makes a big save. See here, Biz Scala through centre ice. Gets to the blue line. Might have been going wide. Lakari wasn't taking any chances. Bit of a scramble off the face-off. Inferno now trying to get a shot on goal. His body's in front. The puck bouncing around in front of Lakari. Inferno backhand that one in deep. Webb now feeds it back in front. Garbutt's there, trying to chip it up and over Lakari. Now the Sirens get to the red line. They couldn't get it through. Great interception from Bailey. The Inferno now into the Siren zone. So they still have it. Bailey now finds Lily McClellan trying to control it. Couldn't. The Siren's able to get it out of the danger. Bailey keeps it in the blue line again. A wrist shot towards goal, but that is blocked by Newmark, who just lifts it up and out. And now they'll chase after it. Inferno get there first. Zoe Webb plays it to Bailey. Chips it along the boards. McOney there for the Siren, spins and plays it to Newmark. Salmons though, able to get in there and strip the puck. Goes back to Webb. Arps now for the Sirens, gets to the blue line and then dumps it in. They'll chase after it. Schmitz now. Back up to the blue line. Arps now, slap shot on goal. Scala gets a stick in there, redirects that one behind the net. Sirens now battling away. They feed it back up to Arps. Arps dumps it back down. Flash that one across the goal. Schmitz now. Salmons is there. Does well, Salmons. Finds Lily McClellan. McClellan now finds Scala. Scala now through centre ice. Drops it back off to Salmons. Salmons still has it, controlling it, turning, looking for someone. The Inferno now get a shot on goal, and Clark Crompton, that is the hat-trick. From the slot, rips one past Alalakari. And the Perth Inferno, they take a 5-4 lead. Michelle Clark Crompton gets the hat-trick. We see here Salmons battling away, and Clark Crompton in the slot finds the park on the forehand and rips it past Lakari. And that's a hat-trick for the veteran, Michelle Clark Crompton. Third goal of the night. It's been all the Inferno on the score sheet. The second period. As they take a lead, coming into the second, 4-3 down. Goes through Cooper and Clark Crompton. All of a sudden, the Inferno, they lead at 5-4. 10:55 remaining in the second period. The Inferno now leading the shot count 30-14. Really turning the screws. Now the Inferno, they just chip it in, but they have to retreat for the offside. Now they go back in. The Sirens now got time to try and clear it. They do. Down this left wing. To Thompson now just cuts back in. And draws the penalty. Tripping call. A big penalty to draw as well. Thompson able to gather that puck as they broke out down that left wing. Just cutting back into the slot. Was able to draw the penalty. And the Sirens have had the Inferno all over them. As Cooper sits in the box for the Perth Inferno. The Sirens now on the power plate, looking to tie this one up. Lang just holds on to it, finds Edney. Back to Lang, to that far side. They get a shot on goal. And King covers that one up. See here, Edney to Lang. Just looking for that lane. They get a wrist shot on goal, but King's able to see that all the way. Have to face off. The Inferno win it. Abby Webb getting trapped. Scala goes in there now in that far corner. Just tries to lift it up and out and does. Salmons now able to collect the puck at centre ice with speed now. Salmons just pulls the brakes on, waiting for a teammate. Just dumps it back in as Scala comes in to help. The Inferno now short-handed. They are aggressive on the penalty kill. We do know that. And the Sirens. They dump it in, but the Inferno just whack that one out. Lakari comes out to play it. Del Basso doing a good job pressuring. In behind the net now, the Sirens. They'll look to regroup. 55 seconds remaining on the power plate. They go across ice, no one's there, and the Inferno able to clear it again. New mark now for the Sirens. It's feeding it up to McOney, but wasn't aware that the pass was coming. And that is icing against the Sirens. We'll go all the way down the other end. 35 seconds remaining on the Aspen Cooper penalty. Face off to the left of Lakari. Inferno are able to win it. Now the Sirens. Edney just gets to the blue line and just dumps it in. They'll make a change. They trap it in the zone, the Sirens. Inferno, though, they just wrap it around the boards. Herrick now, big slap shot towards goal that goes high and wide, and Bailey just getting the head out of the way of that one. Inferno now, back to full strength, 5-on-5 hockey. Penalty is over. Payne chips that one in. Zoe Webb. Bailey. Cut off by the Sirens. Arps now at the blue line. I'll just hold on to it. Looking for a teammate. It bounces off the skates. Still can't gather. Arps now. Beats Scala back for the puck. Salmon's able to control it. But we do have a whistle. Looks like Biz Scala will head to the penalty box. And the Sydney Sirens, I'll go back on the power play. So 2 power plays in the last few minutes now for the Sydney Sirens. They keep it in off the face-off. Lang just walks the blue line. Finds Edney. Edney back to Lang. That far side, back to Lang. Lang now, slaps it on goal. Good save from King. Edney. Back to Lang. Feeds it down low. Newmark backhand to Edney. Edney goes in behind the net. Still has it, Edney. Feeds it back up to Lang. Lang, backhand pass to Edney. Edney now, slap shot on goal. It's a bouncy puck, loose puck. Newmark comes in, gets a shot on goal. King's able to get across. It just opened up ever so slightly for Stephanie Newmark. See here, the rebound was there. King did well to get across and make the save. Garber and Edney were battle at the face-off. The Sirens able to win it. Lang still has it. Feeds it to Gatorbson. Just a wrist shot towards goal, and Garber gets in the way of that one. Abby Webb in the far corner. Gets stripped of the puck. Newmark just feeds it back in, and Edney will go and chase after it. Still has it. Still has it, Edney. Finds Lang now at the blue line. Lang with a slap shot that goes high and wide. .34 seconds remaining on the power play. Newmark. Good stick work from Garbutt just to break up that pass. McOney now. Newmark. Finds Lang. Lang gets a little wrist shot. It goes wide. Edney now on the far side. Just controlling the puck. Gets a wrist shot towards goal. That goes wide. And the Inferno now. Webb can't clear it. Newmark. And Malcolm just off the boards all the way down the other end of the ice. And we are back to full strength. 5-on-5 hockey. Scala penalty is over. Puck is played forward. Clark Crumpton now just feeds that one into the neutral zone. No one there. The Sirens will just dump it back in. Zoe Webb spins and turns and backhand pass. That pass a little bit too far for Salmons. The Sirens, they play all the way back into their own zone. In behind the net now. Good pressure here on the forecheck. Inferno from Scala feeding it back in front. No one there. Clark Crumpton. Got the hat-trick so far tonight. Inferno trying to feed it in front. Clark Crumpton now has it in behind the net. Feed it back in front. Couldn't get a shot on goal. Scarlett trying to find Salmons. Couldn't. Bailey cuts that one off at the blue line. Inferno doing a good job to keep it in the Siren zone. And now finally, they go forward now, the Sirens. Mayer in that far corner. Couldn't find a teammate. Inferno, too many numbers. They win out. Salmons now through centre ice. Takes the blue line. Still got a Salmons. Couldn't quite dig past the Sirens defender. And now Newmark able to control it. They'll go back the other way. Still has it now, Newmark. And just offside for the Sydney Sirens. Some opportunities at both ends. Sirens win that face-off. They'll just chip it forward. No one there, though. And once again, the Sirens caught offside. The Sirens now, they just dump it in. And King covers up. .347 remaining in the period. Off the back of a couple of power plays. It's been all the Sirens. And it looks like Olivia Del Basso is going to the penalty box for a delay of game off the face-off. So the Sydney Sirens now, they get another power play opportunity in this game. Inferno though, they clear the zone. The Sirens, they chip it back in. They have to retreat though for the delayed offside. Now they go back in, fanned on it. But the Inferno do get it out still. Brunt trying to find Arps. Just trying to find some time on the puck. The Sirens, they do now. Arps now able to go forward. Takes the red line now to blue line. Just pulls the brakes on. Feeds it in towards the slot. Brunt now gets a shot on King. King's able to save. See here, Arps just waiting, just feeds that one in towards the slot area. Get a shot on goal. Garbutt and Edney. Edney finds Lang. Lang in behind the net, trying to cut back in, short side. Couldn't find a lane. Garbutt now spins and turns and clears for the Inferno. Now McKenzie with speed, tracks that one down. Just holds it up in the far corner. He's trying to eat away seconds on this power play for the Sirens. They keep it in the zone. Bailey now gets a wrist shot towards goal. It goes wide. McKenzie now, once again, holding it up along the boards, doing a good job, just eating seconds away from this Del Basso penalty. Doing a terrific job. Thompson's in there, Edney as well. Lang now finally comes in. Terrific shift from McKenzie, who goes to the bench now. Going forward now, the Sirens. A backhand shot on goal. Lang in behind the net. We have a delayed penalty. They feed it back in front. It was Newmark getting a shot on goal. King's able to save. So we have a hooking call on the Perth Inferno. See here, Lang goes in behind the net, able to find Newmark. But once again, the Sydney Sirens, they'll have some 5-on-3 hockey for a short period. Back to Arps off the face-up. Arps now, just waiting. Back to Arps. Arps now to the left circle. Couldn't find a shooting lane to try and feed it in front. I'll track that one down. Arps. Now a wrist shot on goal. That goes wide. Arps now. Sirens, they feed it across in front. It goes off King. And the Inferno are able to clear. We're back to 5-on-4 hockey now. Del Basso penalty is finished as we see Del Basso now there pressuring. Salmons controls it. Zoe Webb sitting in the box. Cooper just spins and dumps it in. Lane gets back there for the Sirens. Just plays it off the boards. A weird bounce. They got numbers there to clean up. Edney now enters the zone. Still has it. Still has it now behind the net. Edney looking for a teammate. Edney trying to feed it across goal. Terrific work there from Georgia McClellan. Still has the puck now. Just chips it along the boards and gathers the puck again. Spins and turns and slams into Newmark. It's in behind the net still, battling away. Newmark trying to get to that puck. Does so now. Wraps it around the boards. Goes back up to the blue line. Lang now just walks the blue line now. Goes back to Newmark. Newmark back to Lang. Lang a wrist shot towards goal. Bounces off the pad. King, good save. Gets down low. They feed it back in front was Newmark. It beats everyone. Goes out the other side. Salmons just chips that one out of the zone with time winding down in the period. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Edney now feeds it across looking for Brunt. And after 2 periods of play, it's the Perth Inferno with 2 unanswered goals in the second period. Aspen Cooper scoring her first in Perth Inferno colours, and Michelle Clark-Crumpton picking up her third and a hat-trick, giving the Perth Inferno a 5-4 lead, and really battling in the late part of that period as the Sydney Sirens getting power play after power play, but the Perth Inferno are able to see it out. After 2 periods of play, it is the Perth Inferno 5, the Sydney Sirens 4. A big third period coming up. We'll have a short intermission. Grab yourself a coffee and a drink, sit back and relax. And we've got a big third period coming up. Don't go anywhere. We'll be returning soon after a short intermission and an ice cut. Welcome back to Cockburn Ice Arena for this clash in the Australian Women's Ice Hockey League team between the Sydney Sirens and the Perth Inferno. As we have a look at the head-to-heads now after 2 periods of play, and the Perth Inferno with 2 goals in that second period, they lead this one 5-4, and they also lead the shot count 30-23. The Sirens, they did peg that one back a little bit in the back half of that second period with power plays opportunities. The save percentages, Sasha King with a .826 for the Perth Inferno, and Ella Lakari with a .833. And the Inferno, they are leading the penalty count 5-3, and the Inferno have gone 2 for 3 on the power play, with the Sydney Sirens going 0 for 5. The Perth Inferno did enter this weekend without scoring a power play goal, so they have got that off their back. And the Sydney Sirens, they did enter this weekend with a 33.3% power play percentage, but are yet to hit the back of the net on the power play so far in this game. And we'll see what the third period has in store for the Sydney Sirens, and whether or not they can finally break through on their power play if they get any more opportunities. Plenty of goals in this one. It tightened up a little bit in that second period after the first period had goals galore between the two teams. And the Sydney Sirens, they did take a 4-3 lead after the first period. And then Aspen Cooper with a beautiful shot from the blue line, and Michelle Clark-Crumpton picking up her hat-trick in this game, giving the Inferno that 5-4 lead as we get set to start this third period. And the Sydney Sirens in their road whites, they will shoot from left to right on your screen. And the Perth Inferno in their home purples from right to left. As the puck is dropped to start this third period, it's the Perth Inferno on the attack straight away. They get to the red line, Cooper, and dumps it in. Wraps right around the boards. Mackenzie now in the far corner. Just chips it back into Garbutt. Down low, Garbutt spins and turns. Couldn't find space to feed in front. Has it still now, Garbutt. Finds Cooper at the blue line. Now goes into that left circle and shoots and flashes that one across the crease. And Lakari sees it wide. Now down low. Mackenzie couldn't control it. The Sirens now able to break clear down the right wing. They control it now. It's York. They just chip it forward, bounces off some legs and goes down in behind Sasha King. York chases after that one. Inferno, though, able to win out. They just chip it up and off the boards, and it breaks through now. Scala through the neutral zone, cuts back in, falls down. No call on the play. You can hear the Inferno fans, they are not happy. Cooper now has the puck, feeds it back in front, it bounces off some legs, comes back up to the blue line. They just dump it back in behind the net, and Scala will chase after that one. The puck does bounce out in front of Lakari, who dives on it and covers up, and Scala was lurking. See here on the replay, they just chipped that one in down low, and it bounces off the end boards. Finds its way all the way back in front of Lakari, who dives on top of that one. Salmons chips that one in behind the net, and Scala chases after that one. The backhand passes it. They go for a wraparound with Clark-Crumpton looking for goal number 4. Macari's shut the door there. Now the Sirens, they can go clear through the neutral zone, but Thompson couldn't quite get on the end of that. The Inferno now back the other way. Clark-Crumpton and Edney. Clark-Crumpton holds up Edney. Now the Sirens through Payne. Chips it forward. Abby Webb, though, plays along the boards. Edney's O's there, just feeds it into the slot. There's no one home. Inferno trying to clear it out. Malcolm now just backhands that one in towards the Siren zone, and they'll make a change. Sirens go forward now. Thompson with a wrist shot towards King. That goes wide. Sirens just feed it back in towards the slot. There's no one there. Now the Inferno, they'll go forward down this left wing. Del Basso Just a wrist shot down low. Lakari does well, gets a pad onto it. Del Paso now has it. Del Paso spins and shoots. And Lakari couldn't get down low enough, and Del Paso scores. Olivia Del Paso able to gather the puck, and with time and space, circles around. As we see here, down low, Del Paso just circles, shoots on goal, beats Lakari. And the Perth Inferno now, they take a 6-4 lead early in this third period. It's a big goal, big early goal for the Inferno. So they go on the attack again. Spinning and turning is Garbutt. Still has it now. Drops it down low and they just feed it back up. Held in at the blue line, Bailey. Lily McCullen back to Bailey. Bailey with a wrist shot towards goal, and Lakari does well to push that aside. McKenzie now battling away. Webb does well to keep it in. That's Zoe Webb. The Sirens now able to break clear. Mayer still has it. Just drops it back in a wrist shot towards goal. It goes wide. The Sirens keep it in. It was Payne. Now the Inferno are able to collect the puck. Still can't get it out of the zone. The Sirens are doing well here. The Inferno do now. The Sirens have numbers. Herink now. Behind the net. Salmons couldn't quite keep it in the zone, and now the Sirens, they'll go forward. The Thompson has the puck, just holds on to it. Wakoviak still has it. He's pressured. Salmons comes in to help, able to collect the puck in that far corner. Feeds it in behind the net now. Scala feeds it back in front. Aspen Cooper now off the blue line. That gets blocked. Now the Sirens, they chip it forward. Payne now able to win the body duel. Gets a shot on goal. King saves. Big opportunity for the Sirens. Malcolm now feeds it out to the right wing. Clark Crumpton now. He's got 3 tonight. Couldn't control the puck. Arps does well to get back defensively. Thompson now trying to feed it up out of the zone. It goes all the way down to King, so there's no icing. King has to play it. Abby Webb. The Inferno trying to break out. Del Basso pressuring Lang. Newmark just chips it. They still can't clear. Del Basso spins and dumps it back in. Lang's there for the Sirens. Malcolm falls over. The Sirens finally get it out to the neutral zone, but Del Basso able to control. Plays it off the boards for Rita. Rita gets trapped in the skates. Inferno do well though. They chip it forward. Sirens now. That beats everyone, and it's icing. So here's a save now. Sam Payne just wins that body battle and just shoots block aside on King, and King does well just to save that one and push it aside. The Sirens now. There was Rowe on the park just spitting and turning. They lift it up and out, looking to chase that one down. Bailey gets there first for the Inferno. Finds Garbutt in the neutral zone. It bounces off some legs. Now there's a battle on the Inferno blue line. Now they're able to win it and go forward. Garbutt was streaking into the slot. Lang does well to block that one with the skates. Now has it, Lang. Still has it. Magoni now. Just pushes that in towards King, and King not taking any chances. Gets down with the right pad. Inferno go across ice. There was no one there. Salmons. The battle on the boards. Salmons still has it. Clark Crumpton just bounces off the stick. The Sirens clear. Goes all the way down to King, who just plays it and paddles it in behind the net. Bailey. Now Salmons down that right wing. Has speed, just dumps it off. Inferno couldn't quite get a shot away. That was Scala. Scala going back in to collect. Now the Sirens, they'll go back the other way. Caruso plays it over. Finds York. Gets held up along the boards. Edney now down low. Feeds it to Taunton and shoots one-timer. King's able to hold on and cover the angles. See here, Edney just in behind the net, and Thompson now in that right circle. Shoots on goal and King saves. We did mention Olivia Del Basso in the pre-game, scoring that last goal. Continues the goal-a-game streak to start the season. 5 games and 5 goals. Sophie Reader. Still got it now. All 3 zones. Does well. Now feeds it back in towards the blue paint. There's no one there for the Inferno. The Sirens now look to go forward. They chip it down that right wing. They have it now in behind the net. Thompson still has it. Pulls the brakes on in that far corner. Now chips it. Looking for Edney behind the net. Edney tries to play it back. That gets cut off. The Inferno just wrap it around the boards. Couldn't clear it. Gets chipped back in by Mark. And the Inferno now they're finally able to get it out. But Gabby Arps is able to get back there for the Sirens. Down that left wing now. They take the blue line. They get a wrist shot in towards goal. It goes wide. To Thompson now. Looking to keep it in. The Inferno able to just get a stick in there to bounce it out. Edney go back now for the Sirens. Look to play it forward. That beats everyone. And that'll be icing. So no clean possession in the last few passages of play. It's a bit of a neutral zone battle. Just trying to gain control. Off the face-off. It's won by the Sirens. Newmark will just chip it along the boards and clear it. Trying to chase that one down. Inferno, though, able to get it out of their own zone. Garbutt's there digging away at it for the Inferno. Willie McClellan loses that puck. Maconi now. Scored one tonight. Tries a little backhand pass, and now in on goal is Garbutt. Garbutt on the forehand. Good save from Lakari. It's a big, big save. Grace Garbutt in on goal. 1-on-1 with Ella Lakari. See on the replay, Ella Lakari just waits it out and then gets down and makes a big, big save. And in that, the Sydney Sirens, Kelsey Lang is sitting in the box. The Perth Inferno, they'll go on the power play. Georgia McClellan, a wrist shot, bouncing off some bodies. Clark Crumpton now. Back to Clark Crumpton. Scala. Georgia McClellan. Del Basso now. Left circle, wrist shot. Lakari gets down and saves that one. Salmons working hard to keep it in the zone. Del Basso there with Brunt. Digging away at it on the blue line. Salmons does well, keeps it in. Clark Crumpton finds Scala. Scala cuts back in now. Tries to get a shot on goal. Mayer does well to get in the way of that one. Seen some big blocks in this game from either team. Salmons now circles back, goes back. Salmons now. Backhand pass up to the blue line. Scala couldn't control it. Edney now. Just a slap shot towards King. Inferno couldn't connect on that pass. McOney was there to break it up in the neutral zone. Still going there, McOney. Salmons now. Goes across the blue line to that right wing. Held up on the far side now. "17 seconds remaining on the power plate. Back up to the blue line. D to D. Cooper now. Back to the top of the blue line. Blaley with a wrist shot. Lakari sees that one all the way and gloves it. See here, Cooper and Bailey. Just a wrist shot. Good save from Lakari. "11 seconds remaining on the Lang power plate. Bailey has it for the Inferno off the face-off to that far side. A slap shot. That goes wide. Garbutt now. He's holding it. Power play is over. Back to 5-on-5. Lang comes out of the box. Cooper. Garbutt feeds it back up to the blue line. Bailey back to Garbutt. Holds onto it. Dekes her way through. Looking for a lane to shoot. That gets blocked. The Sirens now trying to break out. York. Nice hands, York. Takes the blue line now. Feeds it over to Arps. Arps trying to feed it back to York. York has it now. Down low in behind the net. Trying to find Arps. Does. Lakoviak goes in there to pressure. Salmons as well. Salmons wins out. Just overskates the puck and now just chips it. York goes down. The Inferno now bounce it off the boards looking for Scala. Rowe. Spinning and turning. Feeds it back to Arps. Back to Rowe. Trying to find Arps. It beats everyone. Clark Crumpton now. Finds Salmons. It's got Scala in front. Salmons in behind the net. Goes back up to the blue line. Georgia McClellan. A slap shot. Lakari pushes that aside. The Inferno. Another wrist shot towards goal. It goes wide. Salmons backhands that one down low. Some sustained pressure here from the Inferno. Scala has it. Gets held up. The puck comes out. Georgia McClellan keeps it into the blue line. And that puck gets chipped in out of play. You see here, Georgia McClellan. Good save from Lakari from the blue line. So the Perth Inferno all over the Sirens at the moment. And they lead this one 6-4. Del Basso. Malcolm. Just dumps it into that far corner. Del Basso working hard there on the forecheck. Del Basso wins it. Chips it back up to the blue line. A wrist shot. That goes wide. Malcolm now retrieves a puck. Tries to chip it in deep. We'll go back after it, Malcolm. Edney, though, able to gather for the Sirens. Skates clear. Exits the zone. Takes the red line, now the blue line. Sarah Edney. And then a wrist shot towards King, who just pushes that aside. Gatormson now will go and chase after it. Dumps it back in behind the net. Edney tries to feed it back in front, but Bailey's there to cut that one off. Does well, Bailey. Wins the puck. Chips it along the boards. Reader gets held up. Gatormson now just dangles her way clear, but Bailey does well. Gets a stick in there to break up that play. The Sirens now. We have a penalty call. As you see here, Sarah Edney is getting a shot on goal and forcing King to make that pad save and push it aside. So the Sydney Sirens Brunt and Salmons, the face-off. Both teams trying to win it. The Sirens able to control a puck now. Down low, feeding in front. York shoots towards goal. It goes wide. Brunt will chase after that with Lakoviak. York keeps it into the blue line. Backhand pass, that far corner. Back up to Arps now. Arps now with time to shoot. That goes high. The Sirens now with an opportunity. Puck is loose in front. King gets down and saves. You see Arps here. The lane just opened up for Arps for a moment. And then there's a rebound opportunity and King's able to cover up and save. Off the face-off, the Sirens win it. Thompson just walks a blue line, gets a wrist shot on goal, and his body's in front. It was blocked by their own player. They still have it now. Thompson just fans on that one. They still keep it in the zone. Thompson now just feeds it across to that far side. Newmark gets a wrist shot on goal. The puck bounces up in the air. It's batted down in the air. They're digging away at it. The arm's gone up. The Sirens think they might have scored. His body's everywhere. We see the shot from Newmark initially on that far side. Coming in at the left circle. The puck bounced up and into the air. It looked like it went over the head of King. There were sticks everywhere. Trying to bat it out of the air. See here, Newmark, that left circle. A little wrist shot. The puck goes up and there were sticks everywhere. Just trying to bat it in. Edney was there. Thompson as well has got the hands in the air. There's bodies everywhere. And out of all that, Catherine McGoney will sit in the box for the Sydney Sirens. And we'll have some 4-on-4 hockey. The Sirens now. They'll try and go forward. Edney trying to get onto that pass from Thompson. Couldn't handle it. Inferno just chip it all the way down the other end. Thompson will get back and collect it. It's got McKenzie for company. Pulls on the brakes. Feeds it across to that left wing. They just chip it through the neutral zone. Edney now has it. Cuts back in looking for that forehand opportunity. It's broken up. Thompson now holds onto it. Now the Sirens deking their way through. Opportunity in front of King. Spins and shoots. Falling over. King gets down and makes a big left pad save. Newmark now. Just pushes it over to Lang. You see that penalty for McGoney cross-checking. Brunt for the Sirens. Getting worried off it by Cooper. Salmons comes in and collects the loose puck now. Feeds it back to Scala. Scala just flashes that one across the front of Lakari. And the Sirens, they just clear it all the way down the other end of the ice as they are now on the penalty kill. Inferno now looking to go forward. Salmons couldn't handle that one. The Sirens able to chip it out. 20 seconds remaining on the McOnie penalty. Scala drops it back to Salmons. Salmons now feeds it down low. Scala will collect it in behind the net. Just dumps it back to Clark Crumpton. Back to Salmons. Goes past Salmons. Back up with the blue line. Salmons now. Just dump it in. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. The penalty's over. Scala. Arps now. Trying to control it for the Sirens. Salmons in there digging away. McOnie's fresh out of the box as well. In there. Clark Crumpton. Salmons now. Loses that one. Clark Crumpton collects it. Nice backhand pass to Scala. Scala couldn't find the lane, cutting back in. Brunt now tries to skate clear. Salmons holds her up. Inferno go back in. They get a wrist shot. That was Scala. Or was Bailey, sorry. Jumping up off the blue line. Lakari saves it. See here, Bailey. So wrist shot towards Akari. There was a rebound opportunity. Able to cover it up. 2:07 remaining in the third period. Inferno lead this 6-4. Sirens need 2 goals. Get back into this one and tie it up. Off the face-off now. The Sirens looking to get something going forward. Goes past Payne, able to regather now. Now that right-hand side, looking to feed it. Back in front, Edney now collects it behind the net. Dumps it back to Payne. Payne now backhand in front. It's a loose puck. There's no Sirens there though. They keep it in. Mayer tries to dump it back in. Reader now for the Inferno. And able to clear it out of the zone. Payne now. Couldn't quite get enough on that. The Inferno, Del Basso. Tries to feed that one back in front. Malcolm. Finds Del Basso. Just dumps it back into Malcolm. Malcolm tries to feed it in front. Bounces up in the air, beats everyone. The Thompson now gets worried off it by Bailey. Great defensive work from Bailey. Del Basso now just dumps it in. 1 minute remaining in the third period. The Sirens now looking to go forward. What can they do here? They get a shot in towards King. That was Mayer. King saves that one, plays it. Garbutt now. Pushing it forward. McKenzie trying to track that one down, can't. The Sirens now. 30 seconds remaining in the period. They've got to get going now. Edney dumps it forward. They'll chase after it. The Sirens do make a change though. Good puck battle down below. The Sirens win it for a moment and they fall over. It's in the corner now. Looking to hold on to it. Inferno able to chip it out of the zone. Rowe gets back. Pressured by Lily McClellan. Just chips it up into the neutral zone. Schmitz now just holds on to it at the blue line. Feeds it back towards the slot. And that'll do it. The Perth Inferno able to find a way on home ice. After trailing following the first period, 4-3. They're able to score 3 unanswered goals in the second and third periods. And battle and beat the Sydney Sirens 6-4. And pick up the first victory of this back-to-back weekend against the Sydney Sirens. A hard-fought battle. Both teams had opportunities. The Perth Inferno making the most of it on the power play. Grace Garbutt and Michelle Clark-Crumpton both scoring on the power play. And Michelle Clark-Crumpton getting the hat-trick tonight. And an early goal from Olivia Del Basso in the third period. Just able to seal things here for the Perth Inferno. With both teams putting up over 30 shots in the game. And putting on a real entertaining contest here at Cockburn Ice Arena. We will return tomorrow for the second half of this back-to-back game, 10:45 a.m. local time here at Cockburn Ice Arena. And we will be live on AWIHL TV on YouTube. So please give us a like, give us a subscribe, and we hope to see you here bright and early tomorrow morning, Perth time, for another epic contest between these two teams. I am Andrew McDougall. I've been your play-by-play commentator for tonight's game. We are Thought Fox Media Group. We thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you tomorrow for this second half of a back-to-back between the Perth Inferno and the Sydney Sirens. From all of us here, have a great rest of your evening.